John F. Kennedy Airport, TIS information echo, time 18130, wind 210 at 9, visibility 10, temperature 6, dew point 4, altimeter 3019. Remarks, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 22 right and 22 left, expect ILS approach, departing runway 22 right, advise on initial contact, you have information echo. John F. Kennedy Airport, TIS information echo, time 18130, wind 210 at 9, visibility 10, temperature 6, dew point 4, altimeter 3019. Remarks, no light aircraft time 18140, wind 210 at 9, visibility 10, temperature 6, dew point 4, altimeter 3019. Remarks, no light aircraft accepted at this time. Landing runways 22 right and 22 left, expect ILS approach, departing runways 13 right and 22 right, advise on initial contact, you have information. Embraer 6786, give way to aircraft on your right. Give way to aircraft, M86. November 763 Alpha Delta, cross runway 13 left. Crossing runway 13 left, November 763 Alpha Delta. John F. Kennedy ground, Turkish 32. Turkish 32, pushback approved, tail to the north. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Turkish 32. Embraer 6786, cross runway 13 left.
John F. Kennedy ground, Camelot 872, ready for pushback with information Foxtrot.
Camelot 872, pushback approved. John F. Kennedy ground, Singapore 109 heavy, ready to taxi with information Delta.
Crossing runway 13 left, Embraer 6786.
Singapore 109 heavy, taxi to runway 22 right, contact tower when ready.
Pushback approved, Camelot 872.
Taxiing to runway 22 right, Singapore 109 heavy. John F. Kennedy ground, Singapore 157, ready to taxi to runway 22 right with information Delta. Thank you, good day, Air Force One. Singapore 157, taxi to runway 22 right, contact tower when ready. Taxiing to runway 22 right, Singapore 157.
John F. Kennedy ground, Philippines 364 heavy, ready. Ready to taxi.
364. Taxi to runway 22 right. Contact tower when ready.
Pushback approved. Tail to the north. Philippines 364 heavy. Taxi to runway 13 right. Turkish 909 super. Taxi to runway 22 right. Camelot 872.
John F. Kennedy ground. Turkish 32 ready to taxi to runway 22 right with Turkish 32 taxi to runway 22 right. Contact tower when ready.
Camelot 87.
Taxiing to runway 22 right. Turkish 32. Rouge 430. Pushback approved.
Pushback approved. Rouge 430. Air India 101, request permission to
crossing runway 13 left, Turkish 32. Crossing runway 13 left, Singapore 109 heavy. Air India 101, hold position. John F. Kennedy ground, United 37, request taxi to parking. United 37, hold short of runway 13 right. Hold short of runway 13 right, United 37. United 37, taxi to runway 4 left, contact tower when ready. United 37, disregard last message. JetBlue 4117. November 461 Oscar Quebec, taxi to runway 22 right, contact tower when ready. John F. Kennedy ground, Singapore 121246 heavy, ready for pushback with information. Emirates 994 Sigate A03 via Juliet Kilo Alpha, Singapore 1212. Pushback approved, tail to the north, Emirates 994. Attention all aircraft, this information Golf is now current. Singapore 109 heavy, frequency change approved, good day. John F. Kennedy Tower, Turkish 32, ready for departure in sequence at runway 22 right, departing north. Turkish 32, line up and wait runway 22 right. Cleared for takeoff, runway 22 right, Singapore 157. Line up and wait runway 22 right, Turkish 32. Bahamas 1956, enter left downwind runway 22 left.
Enter left downwind runway 22 left, Bahamas 1956.
Singapore 157, frequency change. Turkish 32, wind 260 at 10, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Frequency change approved. Singapore 157, cleared for takeoff, runway 22 right, Turkish 32. Cathay 844, you're in an active airspace. Please contact John F. Kennedy Tower on 123.9er. Which is 430, line up and wait runway 22 right. Turkish 32, frequency change approved. Good day. Frequency change approved. Turkish 32, good day. Which is 430, wind 260 at 10, runway 22 right, cleared for takeoff. Frequency change approved. Good day.